Hello, friends. Welcome to. I was going to read the thing, but this was originally created for my productivity sprint, so it doesn't say what we're actually doing today. We're doing Neva's 24-hour sprints, part 2. So if you're new here, you had got teleported here from Neva's channel. Welcome. I'm here with Koda, and Neva's here. She'll be here in a momento. And everybody who's doing sprints for the 24 hours is linked down below. So go make new friends. Highly recommend.
Yeah.
I have a cat.
What's your kitty's name?
Her name is Merlin.
Oh,
We thought,
Hi,
we thought she was a boy kitty, and she was not a boy kitty. So her name's just Merlin. It's fine.
That's totally cool. I used to have a boy cat named Cleo.
I mean, stuff happens sometimes, you know. Excuse me, ma'am, with your butt in my face. Anybody who's been here before knows that it's not a live show unless Merlin shows her butthole to the whole world. So it's her favorite thing to do. Her second favorite thing to do is rub her face on the microphone. So
Okay, cool.
I don't know. And she does not bother me ever unless I'm on a live stream and talking to people. And then she's like, oh, let's come to this side of the room and make friends. So
Wow, we love kitties.
yes, we love the kitty cats. Speaking of friends, we have friends. We have Anna, who's new to the channel, coming from Neva's. Thank you for joining us. Listening to When the Doves Disappeared by Sophie Oaksonen. Going with it. See if I can finish today. Good luck. First step to my sprint. Thank you. Welcome. On page 219 of Other Birds. Excellent. Lexi is going to be talking to her mom and reading When the Moon Hatched, which I think she's been reading for a little while, or somebody else has been reading it recently.
Somebody just finished that in the comments yesterday. It was like destroyed. Who was that?
The name is in my brain, so I know somebody has been reading it.
Maybe Selena?
Maybe.
Maybe it was Selena that was like,
Hello, Kellen. Going to try to read, but also being gentle with myself as my anxiety is bad right now. Been working on 5 Broken Blades. Always be easy with yourself if you're having a rough day. We support that. Merlin supports that as well. Especially if you give her ear scritchies. Hello, Glenda. Welcome. Steph is here. Should be reading When the Moon Hatched or Lady of Darkness tonight. It must be a group book for something. Teresa's here trying to finish Daughter of the Moon Goddess. Good luck. And Bex is here. And Katie's here. Look, I got a couple of usuals. They got wrench power. Wrench power. Hello, Helen. Purple Dragonfly, doing a bit of work at the moment. I have no clue what I'm doing today, so we're just here at the moment. Hello, other Jessica. Hello, Cool Gamer. Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. I mean, that is me.
Opening music was great.
We like to dance.
Enjoying myself.
We like to dance when we get here. Glenda's saying hi. I mean, she'll do anything for you, Katie. I should say she'll do anything for Bex because she likes Bex. The only person on the planet that she likes besides me. Hello, other Jessica. There's a lot of Jessicas. Finished a book in Neva's sprint, so now we'll be starting a new book called Sister's Fate, which is the last book in the Cahill Witch Chronicles. Love the first 2 books, so I have high hopes. Excellent. Does Koda know what Koda's going to be doing today?
Well, I'm either going to read Don't Fear the Reaper, or I'm going to read Bury Your Gaze, or I may continue to just walk aimlessly around the garden like a old person.
I feel that.
Because it's so nice outside, it's hard to sit still.
It's still really warm. I'm not watering until like 8:30, 9 o'clock. But that'll be on my list of things to do during a sprint later. So
I'm a morning waterer.
I have to be at work at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's like I leave at 7:15. I wake up at 7 o'clock and throw clothes on and leave my house. There is no watering in the morning happening at my house unless someone else is doing it. It could not be me. Oh, she did. Merlin sensed that you were obsessed with her, and she said she was going to be your friend. Storming there, which explains why I feel often anxious. That is enough for some people.
Just the wind does that to me. Like,
I used to have a dog that anytime it would rain hard enough for her to hear in the house, she would like grab you and make you go sit in the bathroom with her, because that was like the central room. So there was like, like they say with tornadoes, you're supposed to go to like the central room. It was like the dog was smart enough to know that. And she would like make you go and sit in there with her. And the number of times as an adult that I slept on the floor in the bathroom with this dog at night is way too high to count.
That's so cute though. Good looking.
Like, that's fine. The bedding needs washed anyway. We'll just sleep on the floor in the bathroom tonight, okay? She would freak out. Soft thunder, which is fine for now, but severe weather expected. It seems like we don't have normal weather in the States anymore. It's always severe. It's like you have nothing, or you have like hurricanes.
Or you have traffic.
Or you have a motorcycle, or whatever it was.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I would say. Whatever it was. Nicole's always like, was it a small airplane flying low? And I was like, no, it's a vehicle.
It's a vehicle just going by. I live in the middle of nowhere, so I don't have that. But every once in a while, you can hear a train. And I'm like, I don't understand how you can hear a train from here, because there's not one. Like, the closest train from here is like 5 miles, but you can hear it.
I believe it.
Sound travels weird.
Yeah.
Oh, look, a Katie. Hello, Katie.
Hi.
What is Katie working on this evening?
Katie's just trying to survive. Today has been like, it's been like a good day, but I'm also just like mentally exhausted. I've been doing too much. My brain needs to shut down. So we're going to just wing it. But I'm currently listening to The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. So.
Okay, that's fair. I have batteries charging, and if my batteries charge, I'm going to do some vlogging. And if not, then I am going to do some planning for my Amazing Readathon spreads. Or maybe both. We're going to be here for 4 hours. I got plenty of time. Hear a train? It's going to rain? I'm sure. We'll go with that. It's a ghost train. It could be a ghost train. Though typically those go in places where there used to be tracks at, and I live like on top of a giant hill. So I don't know that is going to be it. We had, in correlation to absolutely nothing other than me saying we live on top of a hill, we had an insurance guy try to sell us flood insurance. And we were like, if it floods here, someone better have built an ark, because everyone else is screwed. Like, we're going to be the least of your worries if it floods here. So.
You live in a dip?
I live clear on the top, though. Like, not at the bottom. I live at the top.
You'd be like surrounded.
Right. I would become an island. Like, I don't think I need the flood insurance. I think I'm going to be okay. You might want some. If it floods here, you're in trouble. It's not going to be good for you. It's going to be like, the Great Earth Flood. Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. It is the apocalypse. If the apocalypse comes, beep me. I do have the high ground. I think we're going to do an hour sprint, because I think that's pretty much what we've all been doing. Obviously, we won't do all of them as hour sprints, because if we do, then we would not have enough time to be here. Anybody have any comments, questions, or concerns before we jump into a sprint. Other than me making sure that it's on 1 time speed because I know it's not. Normal. This is today's new timer. It is very pretty. This is the main wood timer. I try to upload a new one every Friday, but I missed 3 months in a row. It's fine. But we're back on it. Nice, pretty timers. Okay. Well, I see no objections, so therefore, we will see you guys in an hour.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I never have this many people on the screen with me, so I was like, what button is the button that I need to hit? What is going on? Oh, crazy. Hello, how did everybody's sprint go?
I didn't read. I went on a beer run.
Oh, also a valuable way to use your time.
Yeah.
I read like a sliver. I was too distracted trying to get life things done. Life be life, and
It does be like that sometimes. Neva doesn't exist, so.
Hello. How are you?
What did you and Ari do during that sprint?
I dozed for a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I ate dinner and then I like closed my eyes. Like I wasn't asleep. I just like
Weren't you just talking in your sprints about how you probably wouldn't get tired because you slept so much?
No. What I said was I'd been up for a few hours, so I maybe wouldn't be like, you know how like sometimes at the beginning of 24-hour sprints, I look like I'm half dead because it looks like I've just woken up.
Because you did.
I didn't say I wouldn't. If I sit too long, I fall asleep. So, but I got an hour and 52 minutes into the Dark Tower, the Gunslinger.
Excellent.
It's
I'll
good
never-
so far.
I'll never forget when Neva was doing 24-hour sprints and we were all waiting for it to start, and then Neva never showed up because she was sleeping, and we had to like start our own sprints, and then Neva showed up and was like, "My bad." That was a top moment.
So sorry. Yeah, I was like almost an hour late. And everybody was like, "Hey, is Neva awake? Like, where's she at? Like, blah blah blah." I had like set an alarm and everything. Like, I had set an alarm. I had looked at it when it went off and was like, "Oh, I have 15 more minutes that I could sleep before I would really need to be on." Oh no, I slipped right through it. And
You
I was
did
like,
better than me. That time I was 5 hours late to Nicole's sprints and showed up all tanked. Thought it was Sunday. It was really Thursday.
"Listen, this is why I have friends. This is why I have friends because they really held it down that day. Like they were like, well, who wants to just start and then we can figure it out from there. And I was like, my bad, guys.
I have definitely. I don't think I've ever slept. I've definitely slept through the start of sprints when I've just been hosting sprints by myself. Because like I'll fall asleep when I come home from work, and then I'm like, I was supposed to start sprints an hour ago. But during the like our weekend events, I don't think I've ever slept through sprints, but I have definitely like an hour or two before I was supposed to start sprints, like been so sick and just been like, will someone please host my sprints for me because I am going to be asleep. Please and thank you.
Yeah. Oh, and I diamond painted. So because I'm trying to get this Doctor Who paint done. It's not gonna get done before June 1st. I can just promise you that. But I need to get more of it done since January, and then it got rolled up and I just kinda like forgot about it. Until I was going through what diamond paintings needed to be completed. And I was like, oh, I forgot I have this poster size David Tennant that I need to do. So
I ate dinner, let my dog out again, filmed the intro for my next vlog, and started working on stickers to print for my planner for the Amazing Readathon. It was a busy hour.
Yeah, you got a lot done. I'm over here like I got beer.
Raja.
I mean, to be fair. Well, this is Merlin. It's a different cat.
My bad.
This one with the white on it this is Merlin. Raja's outside somewhere.
That's okay. My bad, Merlin. My bad.
She's
There it
used to
is.
it. She's used to being second fiddle now that Raja lives here. Like, they don't like each other, and Raja doesn't care that they don't like each other, and Merlin does. So, like, if Merlin's on the bed, Raja will jump up in the bed, and then Merlin has to leave because obviously she can't be in the same bed as Raja. Like, can't do that. But Raja's not like that. Like, if Raja's in the bed, Merlin just doesn't get on it. She's just like, whatever, this is my spot. I'm going to sleep here. He doesn't care. So, they hate each other. It's great. Every once in a while, you'll see them, like, curled up on the couch together, like, when they don't think that you're looking.
Yeah.
Now. Let's see what everybody did during that spread. We were joined by some friends. We were joined by Tessa and Alicia and Helen. Or Helen was saying hi to Glenda. She might have already been here. What do I know? Helen says that the timer matches the ambiance, which is fair. Core and Witchcore. That's why it's called the hexed timers, because they're hexted. Joined by a Bree. Joined by a Melanie. Late but made it. Glad we're having longer sprints. Gives me a chance to catch up. Absolutely. 14 minutes already. I don't know what that's in reference to. Were we down?
There was 14 minutes left.
What were we doing? Was it 14 minutes left? Jean had to take a break. Was a total mess after finishing Order of the Phoenix, which is fair. Starting Half-Blood Prince. Blah, 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 blah. English. Don't know her. Used that sprint to get the kitchen back in order and made coffee. Excellent. Gonna need coffee if you're gonna stay up for the whole 24 hours. I won't be, but you do you, boo. Goal for tonight is to update my reading journal now that I've finally finished my first book of the year. 2024 has been busy with 3 Ys. I mean, one book is better than no books. And if you've not been able to finish a book this year, that's okay. There's still time.
To be fair, there are some people who finish no books every single year. So you're doing better than them.
Yeah.
My mom has never read a book in her life.
That's
Never.
wild.
Like, she said in school they would assign books, and like she would just have other people tell her what happened in them. She would never read them. She's never read a book in her life. And
So
I'm
she's
just like,
never read you a book?
no.
That's wild.
I was reading myself. My mom worked second shift, so like there was no nighttime time for Jessica. And by the time I was 6, it was, you're the girl that lives in the house, so you're the one that has to make the dinner, despite the fact that my brother is 7 years older than me and I had a father who was there. So from the age of 6, I was just like pushing the kitchen chair up to the stove to make dinner, because that's how we roll. Misogyny at its best. Patriarchy. I mean, you take your pick. Anyway. Julie's late but made it. She's editing her book. We love that. Jean says, don't forget to give love to the like button. We support that. By we, I mean me. I support you supporting me. While you're supporting me and you're down there at the like button, don't forget to subscribe to all of our friends. They're all linked down below. You can be their friend. Be their friend. Tessa is working on prompts for the day. Did a lot of work on the memoir last night, though, and it was late to bed. I'm probably going to be late to bed tonight because I'm thinking about starting a rewatch of the Vampire Diaries. And will I ever stop? Who knows? How far can I get in the next 3 days I have off? Will I read a book again? Couldn't tell you. Reached 62% in Dukes of Ruin. Sprint hopping, shopping the library for something short to read / listen to. Bree made it to chapter 39 of the Library of Unwritten and is making detour graphics with the eyeballs. I may or may not know what those are already. I can't tell you. I am chaos. You will never know. I mean, you will eventually, but you will never know. It's a secret. Neva Melanie would like you to know that The Gunslinger is so good with lots of those.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I'm like, what did I say? Almost 2 hours in?
Yeah.
Yeah, an hour and 52 minutes. It's good. It's good so far.
I have like 52 minutes left of Assassin's Blade, and I don't want to read it because I know what happens. And so I'm just like, can I just not? Can I just not listen to this?
It's a rite of passage. You have to.
We have pushed the live stream discussion back 2 weeks because nobody could do it next week, so we had moved it to this week. And then like 3 of the 6 people were sick yesterday, so we pushed it back. And I was like, so I got a reprieve from having to read it yesterday, but now I'm like, oh, I don't wanna. So.
It's one of those things too. While you're reading it, you're just shaking your book where you're like, you're so stupid.
Stupid.
Yeah.
And I already know what happens. Why do I have to read it?
Because we have to go through the pain. It's supposed to help us attach to the story. Yay.
Jessica wrote 115 words, cleared some things off the computer, watched my hubby introduce the kiddos to Pokemon.
Nice.
I mean, nothing wrong with any of that. There was one on the screen. At least they know if you don't show, you're probably sleeping. We don't have to worry about her. We're not like, oh gosh, is something wrong with Neva? No, she's just taking a nap. just
yeah. I mean, if I don't show up at all, like if my camera and everything goes off, I am probably. I try to give a warning. I try to be like, hey guys, I'm gonna take a nap.
I'm just sleeping.
But just that one time, I slept an hour over the time I was supposed to be up.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I'd say we won't tell anybody, but you've done told the internet, so.
Well, we were all here, so.
Everybody.
Amber has joined us, is late but is working on editing Project Ghost Town. Maria read 44 pages, so good so far.
Yeah.
Glenda saying hello to more people saying hello to Glenda. Some more hellos. Hillary, you read 2 chapters in Translation State by Anne Leckie. Going with Leckie. I love that we're all readers, but all of us, the second we have to pronounce someone's name, we're like, I don't know, that's probably it, though.
I usually don't even recognize the books that people talk. I'm like, I swear I read books, but I don't. That sounds cool.
The only thing that gives me actual anxiety about filming is saying something wrong, because on Bookstagram, I get to type everything out. I don't have to know anything, right? It's just great. And then here I have to speak, and then I'm like, I swear I know how to talk, but it leaves me immediately.
Anytime a name is a non-Western name, and especially if it's one I haven't heard before, I will go somewhere and find the author saying their own name, and I'll listen to it like 30 times and practice saying it. And I'm like, I am going to get this right, because that is the least I can do. Like, just let me listen to this and get the name right. Okay.
Well, yeah, and especially because like now I'm trying to feature more debut authors. The issue is they don't have a ton of interviews. So I'm literally going to be like, hi, I'm featuring you in my video. Could I just make sure that I'm pronouncing your name correctly? Thank you. So sorry. Bye.
They probably
I just want to be respectful. Like, I try to Google it, but if you don't have an interview, what do you want me to do? How do I stalk you?
Some of them I have found will have it written out phonetically on their website, which is very helpful. But yeah, that's pretty much, I mean, like, it's either phonetically on their website or they've done an interview somewhere, or sometimes they even like have a YouTube channel and it'll be on there, or like you'll hear them say it in like an Instagram reel or something. But it can be difficult with newer authors, but I'm like, least I can do is spend a half hour searching and try to find something, because it's not that hard. But I'm like, I don't want to put it out.
I know, and it also makes me sad when people are like, oh, you can just call me this because it's easier. And I'm like, no, I want to know your actual name. I don't want easy. I'll figure it out. Like, just tell me.
Right. If you prefer to be called something else, that's one thing. But easier? No, I want to struggle.
I want to struggle.
It's more just like it makes me sad when people are like, oh, this is easier, when it's like, people, we can learn your name. Like we can learn anything, right? You know what I mean? It's just about whether or not people want to put in the effort. So like that, I don't need the easy way. If you like, I don't want people to lose part of their identity feeling like they have to give a nickname just because people don't want to take the time to figure out how to say their actual name.
It's one of those things with like actors, predominantly white actors who come from other countries, and like people will get their names like so perfectly, and then the second it's not a white actor, they just like stumble over it, like they can't say it. And I'm like, really? Like, can we put the same amount of effort in here? But I mean, it's not even that much effort. It's not even that hard. Like, whatever. My favorite thing at work is like I take people's names to like put them on a schedule, and they'll have like a last name that has like 30 letters in it. And I'm like, I'm gonna need you to spell that for me because I didn't even hear what you said. So
how about I just put G? There we go.
Well, you also can't assume now because now there's silent letters. You know what I mean? Like things don't even make sense all the time. So I'm like, yeah, just spell it out.
Or they'll start spelling it, and in the middle, I'm like, okay, I wasn't expecting you to start spelling it, so then I wasn't prepared, and now I'm lost. Can we start from the beginning?
Yep.
I got all the vowels.
I got all the vowels. Yeah, all of the vowels. Okay. My favorite thing is like when you ask somebody their phone number, and like phone numbers have a cadence. It's like 3 numbers, 4 numbers. Like that is how, at least here in the Midwest, phone numbers, 3 numbers, 4 numbers, like a normal human. And there are people who will give you a phone number the most haphazard way. Like there'll be 1 number and then 5 and then 2 and then 2 more. And I'm like, I don't, what?
I didn't realize people did it any other way. So I'm learning something. I don't want to meet them.
792, 373, 4679.
That's too many numbers, Koda, first of all.
No, it's not. That was 9 digits. Wait. However many it's supposed to be.
Koda.
How many?
We're moving on.
It's supposed to be
10. It's 10 digits.
Either way, it blows my mind. Anywho, Sarah likes to read. Ate dinner, finished Heartless, gave it 4 stars, and started Fangirl Down. Millie says not for the full 24 hours, but a good chunk of the night. That's fair. Mia's Book Nook. I started saying the whole name and then chopped it right in the middle and just went Mia's. Mia got to 22% of block shot. This is why the name all in one giant word hurts my brain. It's the dyslexia. Please forgive me. Amber says her mom read some, but only true crime books and books about angels, which sounds like your mom. So, I mean, it sounds right. Hello, Melissa. Love the juxtaposition of those themes. Yeah. Made it to chapter 74 and When the Moon Hatched. I type like I speak. I don't speak well, so. Emily finished her ebook, A Romance by Noel Adams, now to read A Court of Silver Flames. Reading a name is very different from having to say it out loud. I concur. I work for a credit card servicing company, and we have some agents who give the numbers in sequences of 3 or 5 instead of 4 sets of 4. Throws me off so much. Yeah. There are some credit cards, like if you have an American Express, it is specifically different. All of the rest of them are 4 sets of 4, but American Express has like 3353, I think, or 3354. It has a weird set of numbers. It also has a different amount of can you tell I process people's credit cards too? It also has a different number for your PIN. Like your PIN on most is 3 numbers, and an American Express is 4 or 5, depending on the card you have. It's weird. People will prattle it off with one breath and 0 cadence. I needed to have cadence so that I can. My fingers are prepared to type it in a cadence.
10 key.
Right. I want to try to do the full 24 hours, but I'm 42, so that is probably not happening even with my insomnia. I also have the insomnia, but I still won't sleep. So,
see, if I didn't have brunch at 10 tomorrow, I would absolutely be trying my hardest for the content, to stay up, to be a hoot, to be a friend. But next time, I will just make sure that next time I have zero plans, because I definitely will miss it in July, which I'm so sad about, but I will actually be gone, so I won't be here.
So I've done the full 24 hours, and I'm so sorry to all the friends that have been on here when I have done the full 24 hours. Like, I just stayed up. Like, and when I say stayed up, I do mean like I will occasionally doze for like 10 minutes, but I'm not sleeping. So like I'm not actually getting any like rest. You know what I mean? Because I think the last time I did it, it was, who was it? Brittany and Crystal were on the 4 a.m. time. They were in there at like 4 a.m., right? And I remember because my old GM from my old Taco Bell came into the comments at like 4 a.m. because that's when they closed the store. And I was so delirious that like a regular sentence of description, like just one character describing another character in a romance book, for some reason was so funny to me. So I read it out loud on the stream, and both Crystal and Brittany were just looking at me like, what's funny? Like, we don't understand. So I try not to do that because I don't want to like freak people out. But he's like, who cares?
It just sounds like me when I've had too much to drink. Like, I love to play Cards Against Humanity while drinking, and it's great because then when you like pick a card, I'm like laughing so hard I can barely breathe, and people are like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm having the best time." Having the best time. You guys are so funny. So yeah.
as a matter of fact, I'm having the absolute best time. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
Everything's funnier when you're delirious.
Yeah.
Mine always happens with cold medicine. Like, it doesn't even have to be like the high potency stuff that you have to get from behind the counter. It can just be the stuff you buy on the shelf. For some reason, I don't know what they put in there, but something in cold medicine makes me so loopy that I am just, I don't make any sense at all. I make zero sense. And like, I'll make myself laugh and I can't stop. Like, I laugh so hard I can't breathe. And I'm just like later on looking back, I'm like, wow, were you okay? I don't think you were okay.
Good.
Maybe your body just has like a sensitivity to like some of the stuff in there. Like, that would be my guess.
There they go again.
Lord.
When I worked in the restaurant industry, I would warn people. I would be like, just so you know, before we start this shift, I took cold medicine before I got here. And they would just be like, keep the knives away from Jessica tonight. Got it. Okay. You're going to go back here in this corner and you're not going to have any knives.
Fair.
That sounds like a good plan. I'll stay over here. Bree is not making the full 24 hours tonight. Tonight is not her night. How many time slots will I make an appearance on during Face Off? That is a good question.
Here's all I'm going to say. If I see Bree on more than like 4, like 4 back to back, I'm going to be like, have you slept? Seen your husband today? Had a shower?
Well, we're already going into the nighttime sprints with the next part, so.
Yeah, Bree's talking about for the Amazing Readathon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because last year she made it, I think she made it to almost all of them. Like, she at least like appeared on almost all of them. And so by the end of the 48 hours, she was like, I'm going to have to take a break for a couple days or my husband is going to kill me. We were like, we understand.
I understand that need to be there, though, which is why I have pulled back so much on my event, the Storytellers Hearth. We're down to still doing like 48 hours, but we're doing like overnight breaks now, which we used to not do. We used to have like the Aussies would hold things down at night. But I would feel like I had to always be awake because I was like, but what if something goes wrong? You should not be awake for 48 hours. Like it's not a thing you should do. And so I was like, okay, we're going to redo this. We're going to get rid of these middle of the night spreads. So I will at least guaranteed 4 hours of sleep a night. Hopefully more than that, but at least 4 hours. But yeah, it's very stressful when you're the one that's like running it, and you like, because you feel like if somebody does something wrong, it's going to reflect badly on you. And for me with that event, it's like anybody can apply to host, and then I just put everybody in like a wheel and pick people off of it. So it's like some of these people I don't even know very well, or like I've only like had casual interactions with them in chats and stuff. So it's just like, what are they going to do? I don't know. I should be available to be accountable. Yeah. So
Yeah, I feel that. Because even for 24-hour sprints, like we've had some people that are, I guess, new, like that have never done it before or whatever. But for the most part, it's like the same people over and over again. And I'm still like, I have to be on to support you. And then I feel bad because I'll be like, well, I'm going to go take a nap. And then I'll miss like 2 sprints and I'll be like, so sorry, I missed half your sprints.
I've never been here before, and you're here. So, I mean, you did good. I also regularly live stream by myself, and I'm totally comfortable with that. Like, I don't know why, but probably because I've been doing it for 6 years, but just it doesn't really bother me anymore. I'm just like, whatever. Nobody can show up tonight. It's fine. I'll just front by myself. I'll talk to myself to 10 people on the internet. Who cares? No one cares. It's fine. Kelly says, give me enough NyQuil, and I'm alright to watch. Being slab happy can make me loopy. I mean, all good things. Everyone in the family has killed someone. I'm thinking of starting One Dark Window next. I have actually heard of both of those things.
I've heard of the first one.
You've never heard of One Dark Window?
I have One Dark Window because Ari gave it to me for Mother's Day.
Ari has good taste. I like that book a lot. I made Rainey read it, and she gave it 5 stars. So do with that information what you will.
Well, really, what happened is Ari and my brother went, and they bought me Bride for Mother's Day, which was very sweet of them. So I sat Ari down and I said, hey, Ari, Mommy's already read this book, so maybe we should go exchange it for a different book. And she said, well, can we exchange it for 2 different books? And I said, sure. Yeah. I just did not want that on my shelf. So we went and she picked out One Dark Window and Bookshops and boned us, I think.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I opened the bag and I was like, thank you so much, Ari.
And then immediately went to the group chat and went.
And I was like, do you think it's okay for me to ask Ari to go to the store and exchange this book? And they were all like, well, what book is it? And so I just sent them a picture and they were all like, oh, yeah. Just explain to her you already read it. And I was like, all right, great.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, I think that she knows your reading habits by now, that she's like, you're going to read a book anyway. Like, you're going to read a book that she buys anyway. So it's better to have one that you haven't read already.
Well, great. And well, in the books that she bought me last year for my birthday was Long Live the Pumpkin Queen. And I had been planning on buying it anyway because I listened to the audiobook and gave it 5 stars. So I was just like, oh, thanks so much, Ari. And I just like put it on my shelf as like a trophy, you know what I mean? But I was like, this book cannot be here talking about not knowing the difference between a spatula and a plate or whatever that was. Absolutely.
I have zero interest in reading that book, so luckily I will never have to know what we're talking about. I love it. Bree says she only missed Victoria's time slot last year because she slept through her alarm, which means she had planned on being there.
Yeah.
That is not what I clicked on. Who wrote One Dark Window? Sounds like something that's right up my alley.
Rachel Gillig wrote it. And just to clarify, in case there's confusion, it is a fantasy. Sometimes I feel like it does sound like it could be like a thriller, but it is a fantasy book.
It is. I watched a vlog of somebody reading that recently that didn't like it.
That's fair.
But I don't remember who it was.
And it's a duology, yeah.
It is. It is. Yep. And it's just really fascinating. It's about this girl who kind of had like a sickness and she survived, and she has this monster in her head essentially, and she's not supposed to. And yeah, lots of intrigue and you know,
it's really high ratings.
I really enjoyed it. I thought I really liked the way the magic system like was attached to like cards, like think like tarot cards, but like they had like magic associated with them, which I thought was super cool. And I really actually enjoyed the monster in her head. He was so fun. So that's all I'll say.
It's definitely been popular because I've seen it in 3 different reading vlogs. 2 of the 3 liked it. 1 did not like it as much. Like it wasn't like I hate it. It was just that I didn't like it as much. I think it was one of those, it's not the kind of book I read kind of things.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely fair because we don't all read the same thing. Loves fantasy too, so it still works. Back to this comment that I accidentally clicked on. Just finished watching this week's Doctor Who. So good. About to listen to The Appeal by Janice Hallett. Excellent.
I haven't watched Doctor Who in a long time. I think the last Doctor I watched was Matt Smith. So
I've been keeping up with the new one that's on Disney, which I think is what is being talked about here. So
I never watched a single episode, only because back in my Tumblr era, everything was like these really sad sob story things. And I was like incredibly depressed at the time. And I was like, this is not the show for me. And so I've just never turned it on.
Yeah.
that's fair.
I've
Tumblr.
never turned it on, periods.
Coda.
Sorry about it. No,
You don't sound very sorry, to be honest.
I'm not very sorry.
Wow, that's fine. Neva and I will just watch
Listen,
it.
you know it takes me 3 days to watch a movie. I don't have
fine.
to
Katie
watch
and I
Doctor Who.
just watch it alone together by
I'll
ourselves.
bring over a TARDIS dress.
We're gonna watch The Adventures of Alex Mack.
Yeah. We are.
So I can only stay awake through TV if there's a friend with me. Otherwise, I don't even make it 15 minutes. I put Oppenheimer on the other night intentionally to go to sleep to, and it worked so well.
Wow. I mean, to be fair, I also cannot stay awake for movies because the boyfriend was like, "You want to watch a movie?" And I was like, "Sure." And we were watching some like weird, terrible horror movie about a nun, and I like,
love that movie. Shut up.
Was it The Nun?
Immaculate?
No, it wasn't The Nun.
Was it Immaculate?
Maybe.
Was Sydney Sweeney? The girl from Euphoria? Tits McGee?
I think so. All I remember really is the very end. Everything.
Don't say nothing. If
Yeah,
you
don't.
haven't seen it, that was I love the
Like
end.
Koda, like I'll message you like how this movie ended because like it doesn't ruin anything for me to, you know what I mean. But like,
No, I've
you know,
seen it, so just message me and I'll confirm if it's that.
but
movie.
like the most like gruesome stuff was happening, and I just kept falling asleep. And then he's like, "Are you awake?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like every time he talked to me, I would answer. And then like I saw like the very end, and I was like, "Oh, that was cool." I was like, "A cool ending," and then that was it. And I was like, "Okay, I'm going to bed now."
Okay, you have to message me though.
Yeah, I'll message it to you. I'll message it to you.
No matter what horror movie about a nun it is, I've probably seen it. So we're seeing.
I don't know. It was on something. I don't even remember what the thing is that he has, but like I was just like, okay. I mean, maybe I would like it if I actually watched the entire thing. You know what I'm saying?
I like some horror movies, but I grew up Catholic, so nun horror movies are an absolute no for me because they're already terrifying. I don't need them to also be.
You don't watch
horror
Immaculate
movies.
then. It's so fucked up.
Is that not?
I wouldn't. I would never. I have had friends like where we watched like The Conjuring and stuff together, and like one of the offshoots from The Conjuring is The Nun, and they were like, "Let's go watch this," and I'm like, "No, it has a nun in the title. You know me better than that. There is no world, unless you kidnap me and tie me to a chair and I cannot leave. I am not watching a horror movie with a nun in it. This is not happening." Not happening. Sorry.
But no, it was. I know it wasn't The Nun because I've seen that movie before. It was
Right.
something else. Coda, I sent you the end
My phone's over there.
to
Look at it.
Instagram.
Oh, here, I can do that here.
Jen just got back from an author signing for Carly Fortune and is now tired and almost ready for bed. We like sleep.
I've heard good things about her new book. Like this summer will be different, but we'll see.
I've never heard of her before, so.
Oh, really? She wrote like basically she wrote Every Summer After, which basically if you read Love and Other Words, it's like the same book, but like a few differences. And then she wrote Meet Me at the Lake, which everyone was like, most of the people were like, ew, this sucked. And now I've heard that this book, This Summer Will Be Different. People are like, yeah, this is a great summer read. So we'll see. I'm curious.
I'll look it up. Oh, hello to Raphael, who says, my boyfriend made me watch a movie about a seal, the animal, team who takes down crime. In the middle of it, I'm hearing him snoring. Smacked him to wake up.
It's unfair. If somebody's showing you a movie, they have to be awake. If you're like, hey, let's watch this movie, then you need to watch it.
Listen, the last movie that I watched with the boyfriend that I stayed away for was Fern Gully, and that's because I happened to be flipping through it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, we're gonna watch Fern Gully," and he was like, "Are you serious?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then I like sat up and watched the entire thing, and then it was over, and then he picked the movie, and I fell asleep.
Because Ferngully is one of the best movies ever made.
So good.
Fern Gully is so good. I just love it.
It's like one of 2 movies with my name in it. 2 cartoons with my name in it. Anyway.
That is true. But I love that movie.
We were magically joined by a Rainy and a Roe at the same time. Rainy is coming up for air from the stomach bug.
Oh, you got it too. You ended up getting it
she
too.
got it.
Yeah.
She messaged me and was like, I was gonna come on, but now I have this stomach bug. And I was like, feel better, my guy. I'm so sorry.
You were told, Rainy, to run away and hide.
I mean, it's hard to run away and hide when your toddler has it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have they don't have any conscious. Oh, sorry, Jess. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
But yeah, kids, like I swear, as soon as they're sick, that's when they're extra clingy to you, and then they just sneeze like directly in your face. Like they have no boundaries. So
that's Ari, dude.
Yeah.
She gets sick and then she wants to be right in my face, and I'm like, cool. So now I'm also gonna get sick. And then when she's better and I'm sick, she's like, Mom, why are you sleeping so much?
It's a mystery.
Because kids don't sleep when they're sick. They are like still a force of nature.
It's so hard for them, especially when they have a cough, because it's like I will try to give them cough medicine and stuff to help them, but like they just cough themselves awake so much, and then we're all just miserable.
I just want enough drugs to knock me out, and I don't want to wake up again until I feel better. That's my goal when I'm sick. It doesn't usually work, but it's worth a shot. Some talk about some Fern Gully. Feel like literal death all night and half the day. Can't run and hide from Eloise because she wants to be on me 24/7. Exactly. She's climbing on me. She's still crying. Like she isn't close enough. You think you have a good immune system until you realize you don't have kids sneezing in your face.
1000%.
You don't know. Rye's here. Hello, Rye. Melanie likes Koda's laugh. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
We support laughs. I think it's time we do another sprint because we've been here 2 hours and we've only done one sprint.
Okay, Jess, it's 24 hours sprint, dude. If it's chaotic, it's okay. Here's the thing. Here's what I always tell people. I say that this is the most chaotic, one of the most chaotic things, not the most. Okay, there's one other thing that's more chaotic than this at this point, but one of the most chaotic things that happens on my channel. And if you can hang out for 24-hour sprints and like maybe, throw the dice about whether you're going to read or not, subscribe to all of my friends. Thank you.
That's
I also
right. That's how Chatty Bits started. Is we were trying to do late night sprints, and we just never
stopped for like 4 hours.
We never stopped talking.
The whole brand is, are we going to sprint? No. But like, I feel like people, if they followed Neva enough, they know now if we're talking a lot, mute us. Like if you really want to read, if it's that important, you need to just do that.
Yeah.
I'm in the chaos slot.
The other thing is that also, if you've been here long enough, like we've just figured out that after 8 p.m., like 8 p.m. in whatever time zone Neva lives in, after 8 p.m., there's no reading that's getting done. Like we're not going to read because Neva is delirious and just speaks for 5 hours if she's in charge of the reading.
I mean, I'm that person where I'm like, I'm sitting here and I'm talking and we're continuing to talk and I'm like, how many of these people are like, oh my God, would she just go to a sprint already? I have 53 things to do.
They know better when they come to Chatty Bits.
So you got to work harder on your
sprint
time.
Weeks before we changed the title to Chatty Bits.
Right. They were like, is this sprints? And I was like, no, I said, nowhere in the title does it say sprints.
It did at first. Neva's like, didn't you see the question mark after sprints in the title?
And then after like the second time, I just put a question mark after it. I was like, we could sprint, we could not sprint. And then after that, I was like, these aren't sprints. This is just a live stream.
There is no sprints happening. We're just here live on the internet.
Yeah,
chatting.
Just talking about really inappropriate things.
I mean, sometimes you gotta, you know?
It's always a good time.
Are killing me. Rainey says, maybe I can finally read now since I'm feeling okay-ish and catch up on When the Moon Hatch.
Yes. I support this decision, Rainey. It gets so good.
Okay. I'm going to force us into a sprint so Rainey can read and I can go water plants.
I'm going to order food.
Okay. I've got a timer up. I've got all of the things. Okay, we will see you guys in an hour.
It's such a scary.
Fine. I can talk. Hello, friends. Oh, there's Jess.
Hello. I didn't even hear it, so I heard Koda talking, and I was like, oh.
It scared me.
Koda, just wait till October on mine and Nicole's friends, because Nicole made like a one that cackles like a witch, and it's the scariest thing you ever heard. It's not working when
I'm reading that book, and I was like reading a creepy part, and it's all ding, 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 ding.
No. Okay, Ari, for now I'll put this SD card.
I mean, it goes with the vibe, so
It was good. It was good. My heart's racing.
it works. Let's see, where did we leave off? How did you guys do? Or what did you do? I guess I should say.
I did a lot of things this time, you guys. I ordered chicken and pizza. I got chicken and pizza. I ate all the chicken and one slice of pizza. And then I read like, I don't know, like two or three pages.
I'll take it.
Are you muted?
Yeah, sorry.
I
wasn't productive. Like, I ate dinner. I listened to some of my book. I updated a vlog. Will the vlog ever see the light of day? Stay tuned. Find out. And now I'm going to sign up for ARCs that I have no business signing up for because I have no time. But I love this dream.
That's what we do. We sign up for ARCs that we have no time for, and then we're like, why do we have so many ARCs?
I got approved for 3 more this morning, but they were exciting ones. So
we all do it. We all like sign up for 20.
I finished my pages for Gunslinger because I don't want to get too far ahead of Christina. So I'm like 2 hours in, and we're having the time of our lives. Also, I diamond painted, and the boyfriend is over there. So I talked to him a little bit, and we hung out. That's it. That's all. We're all hanging out.
We're just hanging out.
Hi, Neva's boyfriend. Hello.
The disembodied voice. Yes, his name
Hi,
is
Ryan.
the disembodied voice. But yeah, we're just hanging out. We're chilling.
I watered my plants. And what else did I do? Did I do anything important? I watched a couple of YouTube videos while making sticker sheets for the Amazing Readathon. I did a lot of that. Just finding things that I wanted, putting them into Canva so that I can print them out on sticker paper. There's a lot of that. That might be it. How about you, Merlin? What did you do? Nothing, she said. Didn't do nothing.
Giddy, giddy.
You did no things? No? Okay. Let's see. Where did we end at? We ended at Melanie saying, I just finished reading Want to Know a Secret by Freida McFadden, and said that after finishing her journal entry, she was going to work on Akatar. Joanne jumped in. Hello. Finishing up journal entry, picking back up. Court of Thorns and Roses is where Melanie is. Nicole popped in. Hello, Nicole.
She wants everyone to know that she is like driving in the car, but she is listening to us, so she knows what we're saying.
That's creepy.
She would like tell everybody that I'm in the comments, but I'm also listening. But I think she's driving in the car, so she's just like listening to us.
I can hear you. Nicole is next in this crazy train of fun, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
Okay. Let's see. Jamie says, hello, finishing the last unicorn.
I'm so
In the-
jealous. Oh, I want to read that book so hard.
I mean, you know how to do it. You open, you read it.
I don't have it, so I'm waiting.
Koda's still doing
Oh,
read, but
I'm waiting, and then I'll buy it, and then I'll read it. So that's like one of my very, very favorite old cartoons of ever, if not my favorite. Have you seen The Last Unicorn, Jess?
I don't remember. I'm old. It's one of those ones that I'm like, I'm sure I seen it when I was a kid, but I don't remember much of my childhood. So
Late 70s or early 80s.
Yeah. I was born in 87, so like I've probably seen it at some point, just like regular old on TV. But I couldn't tell you.
It's 82. I just looked it up. You have to rewatch it. It's so good. It's not even really a kid's cartoon. It's totally for adults. I mean, not that it's overly adult. It's just it's adult themed. Like it's for grown-ups.
I mean, that's fair. Melanie popped out for the evening, but is sure that she'll pop back in at some point. Tessa also is running to bed because need the sleeps. Bree finished her book. She also thinks my timer is terrifying. I want you to know that I make these timers in Clipchamp, and there's like a whole whopping variety of like 10 sounds to pick from. And one of them is like thunderclaps, which my friend Laura uses in her timer videos, so that felt rude to just steal her thunder. And the other is the evil witch cackle, and I was like, that will definitely terrify people, so I can't do that. And then some are like children laughing, and that wasn't it. This was like the least terrifying of the options, actually.
Children laughing sounds extra scary.
Well, because it like fades out. Like it's like children, like multiple children, like laughing and giggling, and then it fades. That is terrifying to me. So, just saying. Melissa read 62 pages. Rainey got into 50% of Into When the Moon Hatched. I don't think that's, my brain can't read. She wants to know how far Katie is.
I'm a little over halfway.
A little over halfway. All right. Well, you're both right there together. Jessica reached 64% in her book. Just call me Creeper. I'm listening. You like it? Vanessa popped in. Just finished streaming since the party peeps over here. Welcome, welcome.
As good as you can.
Ro is a 92.
Y'all aren't even that old. I'm at 84.
93. What?
I was born in 91. Boyfriend was born in 81.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm old.
So he's the oldest one.
You and
Let's see. Maria only read about 20 pages during that sprint, but cleaned the living room and kitchen after dinner. And so that Koda knows, they had roast chicken, rice, and sauteed veggies.
Yum.
I mean, I do like the food. Are we going to make a real dinner tomorrow, Merlin? What do you think?
I think I'm having real dinner tomorrow. I'm excited.
I do cook most nights, but I haven't. I think I'm burnt out. Like, I'm just so tired of cooking everything every day Like I meal prep for lunches for the week and for breakfasts on Sunday. And then like basically cook dinner 6-ish nights a week. And I'm just burnt out. So yesterday I was like, I'm ordering Olive Garden, and I ordered enough for like 4 meals. So I mean, that's not hard to do that because, you know, 1 meal is like 3. So, but yeah, I was like, I just need a break. Just need a break from being responsible for a minute. Jamie says, I won't be keeping my copy, Koda, so maybe I'll send it to you after my sister has a chance to read it. And then you can read it because you'll own it.
It won't count, but I'll read it early if I have it in my hands for sure. I just can't buy it, and I don't want to. I guess I could borrow it from the library, but I'm gonna buy it anyway, so I figured I'd just wait. It's so good.
I want you to know that I walked into my actually I put these books on hold at my library, walked in, checked them out of the library. I'm going to listen to them on audio, but I did the thing. So I'm just saying. You can do all of the things. It's fine. Rainey's a 93 baby. Nicole would like you all to know that she wins. She was born in 1970. We've got an 82. We've got an 84. We've just got a mixed bag. And Jamie agrees that children laughing would be creepy. I agree. Also, I agree with myself. Jean wants to know if the movie Invitation on Netflix is based on a book.
The Invitation? Does it have candles on the poster? I don't think so.
It's inspired by Dracula. So it's not based off of a book. It's just...
Fair enough.
A quick Google tells me that it was inspired by Dracula. So my desk is like crummy with crumbs, not crummy as in bad.
Crummy desk.
It's crumbly. Let's see. We have a 1983 as well. See? All over the place. I did have a parent the other day say I do not look old enough to be a doctor. I mean, it happens. Jean's with Nicole in the 70s. Notice how Jean is just giving you like a basis. In the 70s. She's not going to tell us whether it was 70 or 79.
Yeah. Exactly.
I support that fully. You don't have to be perceived on the internet. Just because we're out here being perceived doesn't mean you have to be. Who wants to be perceived on the internet anyway?
I like perceive all you want to. You guys can't break me. I'm from Texas.
Look, another 83. There's a lot of early 80s in here. I mean, my brain is turning into goo. This is my usual bedtime. So my brain's like, you don't need to brain. This is when brain shuts off. Yay!
At least it can have, your brain can have Olive Garden. And it doesn't have to cook.
That's true. I love that, like, this is when my brain decides to shut off, and it's like, this is when you normally go to bed. But this is when you go to bed. I don't fall asleep because I don't sleep. So this is just like when it gets dark and I close my eyes and lay there for 6 hours and stare at the inside of my eyelids. It's prepared for that. But that's not what's happening. Because what is sleep? Especially right now with a dog that wakes me up every 2 hours so she can go out to pee. But like, you know, she just had 7 puppies, so she has mom bladder. And that's fair. Brain's not braining. Do 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 do. Anybody have anything fun going on this weekend after we're done with our 24 hours of sprints? Other than that, it's a 3-day weekend.
I'm going to brunch tomorrow.
Gosh.
Hopefully to read a bunch, and then sprinting with Koda on Monday. Woo, 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 woo.
Yeah, we're sprinting all day Monday.
Is Koda also sprinting with Koda on Monday?
I am.
Wow.
I mean, I sprinted with me on Wednesday. If you were there was 2 of me for a minute.
I'm always at work when Koda sprints on Wednesdays. Sad.
Same.
Well, you can come on Monday and join us Monday if you want. We can have up to 10 people at a time, so.
I might jump in there and scare you. Like,
just play your timer.
Oh. Let's have the sound on.
That's how Jess will announce herself now.
Koda's being attacked. That's what you get for being mean. See?
Oh.
Karma is rough, Koda.
It's all. I'll fix your neck. You don't need the stand.
Wait a minute. What happened to the white thing behind Katie?
Bert, where'd you go?
Oh.
Bert?
And like there was a white thing back there?
You know. I don't have a spot for him yet, so because like he can't fit on my shelves, so I don't know where to put him.
He looks like he's had a little too much to drink.
He's Mimikyu. He's my favorite. I love it because it's like you know, you think Pikachu, but like messed up version, and I'm like can relate because Pikachu's a little too happy for me, you know. So I need the messed up one.
I mean, it does look like a drunk Pikachu to me.
Yeah,
so.
it does. It's how I used to describe it to my husband all the time. And then when I finally saw it in store, I was like, oh, he's coming home. I do know it's Mimikyu, though. I do know. I see people in the chat. I do know that. I just I call him Bert because I was like, well, he needs to have an actual name, you know. So for now, he's Bert.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Jean's going to Doors Open, where historical buildings are open and you can tour them. I think I'm going to go to the Parliament Building and the Rare Book Library.
Cool.
That would be fun. I like history and old buildings, so that would be fun for me because I'm old and decrepit. In the office on Monday, I think this is a cruel fate of actually being able to watch Koda on Wednesday last week.
I was almost going to say, wait, people work Monday, and then Neva already was like, yeah, I'm working Monday, so I'll check myself before I wreck myself.
I work in the plumbing industry, so there are there's six holidays a year that we get off. Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving Day, Labor Day, Memorial Day, 4th of July. That's it. So I'll take it. Take what I can get. And then it's a Mimikyu. Helen's been tired and can't focus. Can relate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very lucky that I work for family because of my need for sleep and the lack of sleep. Most of the time during the day, I'm like, I'll eat my lunch and then I take a nap at my desk. Usually with the work cat, but the work cat got a new home this week, so I don't know who's going to take a nap with me now.
No.
Because I'm just going to take a nap by myself. So.
Bert is a Pokemon. That's what he is. He's a Pokemon.
A Pokemon. And Pokemon is a pocket monster. It's the monster that you keep inside a ball in your pocket. That's all I know. Legit.
I'm like,
Kind of like
I thought a Pocket Monster was something else.
Koda.
Koda. It's not after. Well, I guess it is after 10 p.m. Go ahead. Be you. Torchic was my favorite Pokemon, and Mimikyu dethroned him.
It's a good one. Eevee's my favorite. My husband loves Vulpix. I actually told my littles, they don't know why I had them pick Eeveelutions, but because when I'm leaving, I want to have like a little piece of them with me. So they're going to pick an Eeveelution and I'm going to get it tattooed on part of my sleeve. So, hey.
Cool.
They don't know. Well,
I haven't told them yet because, you only want to depress kids, so much before summer hits and, don't want to kill the vibe. Not yet.
You're still having fun, so yeah. Vanessa is on the hunt for patio furniture this weekend.
It's a good time to do it with the memorial sale, so.
Yeah. And Eevee and Snorlax are her faves. The cute ones. I legit probably could name 10 and probably would only have a frame of reference for 5 of those 10.
There's so many. There's so many.
It was never a thing that I got into, but I mean, people are allowed to like what they like.
I really liked Pokemon Snap on 64 back in the day.
64 was everything. Okay, bring me back. And yes, Vanessa has some of the most beautiful outdoor spaces at her house. Like, if I could just live there, if she would let me, I would. She's got such a nice house. But to be fair, I'm easily impressed, let's be honest, but it is a nice house. I twist my arm, I would live there hands down. I'm moving in.
If you hear a weird sound in the middle of the night, it is not me hiding in your closet.
She's got a whole loft. I'll hide up there.
It's just his timer.
yeah, it is.
Right. There is that extra bedroom.
Yeah, and it's got everything you need. Other than a kitchen, but that's fine. But it's got its own closet. It's got its own bathroom. So I'd be fine. You wouldn't even know.
And she wants one of those egg chairs to read in outside. I have finally pestered enough that we are going to get a sunroom.
Yay.
I don't know when, but I have pestered for the last 5 years that I want a sunroom. And it is finally going to happen. It may take another 5 years to get it, but
that's exciting.
We used to have the plan is for it to go out the back door where our back deck used to be, and I actually stole the back deck for my garden because we have crap soil where I live. It's all clay, so I'm doing grow bags and containers, and so I took the back deck and we moved it across the backyard into a sunny spot. And we're using that as a platform for all of my bags so that we don't have to grow around or mow around individual bags because who wants to do that? And so now there's nothing out the back door. And I'm like, this will motivate people to get the sunroom done because now there's nothing. You walk out the back door and you have a giant drop off to dirt. Hopefully. We are motivated out there.
Koda, is this still you?
The noise?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, there's a highway right there.
Oh, people are just wild.
They it's the weekend, dude, so they gotta go hot rod and show their sizes and
I can right now hear we have a dirt track racetrack, which is one of the most popular, biggest dirt tracks in Ohio, and it's 2 roads over from me. So that's all I'm hearing right now. And I'm it is that loud here. I can't imagine how loud it is if you live next door. No. I would hate my life, especially if you had small children and you live next to that, because every Friday and Saturday night it's just hours of just revving engines. Gross.
No.
Best is when they try to race each other, yeah. Like they do it on the highway too sometimes. But normally it's just a really loud vehicle or a hot rod or whatever they call them these days. A motorcycle.
Whatever they call them things, them young whippersnappers.
Those classic cars, you know.
I call those the penis mobile because for some reason, like all of the old, like the muscle cars, for some reason are shaped weirdly like penises. What is that? Like a lot of them, like the cab is like all the way back here at the back, and then they just have like a really long hood space. And you're just like, whose decision was that? It wasn't mine.
I'm starting to see the appeal of classic cars.
That's fair. You know,
Like, oh.
it's suddenly starting to make sense, I think. Classic cars. Okay.
It's like, let me research this. I'll look into it.
It's like when you're like in public and you're trying to figure out like why this guy is like so good looking when he's not really that good looking at all. But there's just something about him. And then like the next day you find out he's a firefighter. You're like, oh, okay.
Firefighter energy. Got it. Purple Dragonfly says, yeah, they drag race on my road sometimes in the middle of the night. One hit a pole outside my apartment a few months ago. I thought they hit the house.
That's scary.
I feel like the craziest thing we had happen here was we had like a little mini plane crash. Like we have the Mississippi River in our backyard, not our backyard, but like there was a small plane that like crashed in there once. So we had like an insane amount of like EMTs and emergency people here. So that was everybody. You could see everybody out on their patios being like, do you know what's going on? I don't know what's going on. What's going on? So yeah.
That's pretty wild.
It was. I mean, because nothing happens here. Let's be so honest. I mean, like if I could live in a senior plus area, I would love that. But they won't let me, which is rude. Because in my soul, I am an old person. So like, how dare you tell me who I am? But fine, whatever. So, but like for the most part, most of us keep to ourselves. We're very chill, quiet people. I feel very blessed in this building. But when the drama happens, we all come out because we're like, what's going on? Because like it's the most excitement we've seen in weeks, you know?
The pole they hit was literally 3 meters from my head while I was sleeping.
That's one way to wake up.
I'd probably pee my pants, honestly.
Yeah.
I'd probably come out screaming because that's me.
I'll just wake up screaming.
I'd be like hopping out the window because there's no time to run to the front door because I need to scream right away.
I was gonna say, not that I need that to happen for me to wake up screaming, but that's just part of the insomnia. So, you know, I sometimes I'll like sit up in bed and I'm talking. Like will have been saying something in my dream, and I'm waking up and I finish the sentence out loud as I'm waking up. Or I'll wake up and I'm just sobbing, like have tears running down my face, and I'm like, why are you crying right now? You were asleep. What was happening? Why were you crying in your sleep? I'm going to need you to calm down. Not sleeping is wild.
Rarely dream, so.
I go through stages of like having excruciatingly like vivid dreams for weeks on end and then not remembering a dream to save my life. So right now we're in the I dreamt. Sure. I don't know. I was only asleep for 20 minutes. Who knows what I dreamt?
I tried taking melatonin a few times to like try to go to sleep, and that stuff gives me terrifying, vivid nightmares.
Same. I don't know what it is, but like I would rather not sleep than whatever that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like just super vivid, warped, scary shit.
You wake up and you're like, how can they sell these at a store? Like
seriously, like there's no way this is good for you.
These should not be legal. The neighborhood barbecue on TV was a lie? My neighbors just ordered a pizza. That's the most drama that happens here. I don't really have neighbors. So, I mean, like, I have them, but they're my family members who also live on the farm. So, like, there's not a lot of drama here either. Except for the guy that lives across the road. His dog jumped his fence and then our fence and then onto our porch over the gate and onto the porch to impregnate my dog. So,
That's dedication.
yeah. I told him he owes some child support. He said he'll drop off a bag of dog food next week.
I love it. I mean, that's the least they could do,
Right.
you know?
I'm like, okay. I'm like, you don't want half of these puppies?
Right.
You can
You
have
don't
half.
just
What kind of
pay
puppies?
for the shots for half of the puppies.
Okay, this is, I call them kangaroos
Oh, God.
because my dog's an Australian Shepherd and his dog is a boxer.
Oh,
So they're Australian boxers. So I call them
that's
kangaroos.
cute. If I could have another dog, I would. But my husband and I agreed that once Leo kicks the bucket, we're not having a dog until we get a house because I'm tired. So just cats for a while.
I don't know that I could have a dog if I lived somewhere that, like, I didn't have a yard or wasn't able to just let them out. Like, we have screen doors on our house, and as long as it's nice out, like, I can just leave the door open and they'll let themselves out the screen door, and then they have a pull rope on the outside and they'll just let themselves back in. Like, I don't even have to move. So it's fantastic.
1,000%. Yeah. Well, and then Leo just taught me a lot about, like, for the first, I don't know, 8 years I had him, wonderful, amazing, right? But then over the last couple of years, he developed like severe separation anxiety to the point where it's like he'll bark sometimes when we leave. And when you live in an apartment, like, you don't want your dogs to bark, right? If we live somewhere else, whatever, right? But it's just like, yeah. And he just has a lot now that he's getting older. And so, like, having to deal with that nonstop and, like, catering when I can leave my house and not because of him just makes me realize, like, I just want cats for a few years. I need a break.
We were up to 4 Aussies a couple of years ago, which is a lot because they have a lot of energy. But our oldest dog was 17 when she passed, which was 17 is old for, like, a large dog breed.
Mm-hmm.
And she was, like, at a point where we would, say she peed her pants pretty much every time she would sleep. She would pee the bed when she was asleep.
Oh.
But she was still, like, happy and still could move around and everything. So it was just like, she's fine for now. We'll just use cheap blankets and just wash them a lot. It's fine. Who cares? Because she's still getting around and still happy. She just pees when she sleeps. And honestly, we all do that sometimes. So it's fine, It's fine.
Well, I mean, think about it. Older people use diapers as they get older. Like, it happens,
Yeah. That's what happens to all of us. And then there was a guy was here actually buying a horse and some tack, and it's somebody that my mom knows that she rides horses with. And we had one of our other Aussies that we have had since she was like 6 months old, and she was like 4 at this point. And she's just never really gotten along with us. Like, she is fine, but she never, like, really was excited about anybody or anything. She was just kind of here and just didn't care. That guy was here for 2 hours and she was so in love with him. Like, she wanted to be his best friend. She followed him everywhere. She was like the happiest dog on the planet. And he was like, what'll it take for me to take this dog home with me? And Mom was like, treat her good. So he said, all right, let's go. And she jumped in his truck and just left. And she didn't even care. She was like, whatever, see you later. Like, she's the happiest dog ever. He posts pictures of the two of them together on Facebook. And Mom will, like, be like, hey, look at this picture of Sky and whatever the guy's name is. And I'm like, she looks happy to me. I don't know.
Aww.
I mean, as long as she's happy, I don't care. So crazy. Absolutely crazy. I can't just, like, I don't know if it was just we already had too many dogs and she couldn't handle, like, figure out where she was supposed to be in the hierarchy of the household, but she just never really fit in and she just never seemed happy. And her whole personality changed the day that guy was here. And I mean, he's like an older guy. He's like in his 60s. And she just was like this is my new best friend. I like this guy. More power to her, I guess. But I also am done with dogs for a while. So just because of hair, so much hair. Well, I think he took it with him when he moved earlier, but there was just like, Flash got up and walked across the floor earlier, and there was just like a clump this big sitting next to my chair, and I'm just like, but now he's sitting over here, and I think he took it with him when he moved. They have like a double coat, and so their underneath hair sheds constantly. But as my mother says, they only shed twice a year. It's just 6 months at a time. So, that'd be the whole time. All the time. So much hair on everything, everywhere. Clumps of it. Just, if you have both doors open and the wind blows, you'll just like see one roll out from underneath the couch like a tumbleweed, and you're like, I just vacuumed under there last week. I don't understand. There's so much hair.
That's how I feel with Val. Valkyrie, my cat, if I even pet her, fur just floofs in the air, and because that's all she is fluff.
Yeah.
It's how it is with Nimbus. If you touch him, you have to make sure that you before you touch your face or anything, because you'll have hair in your nose and in your mouth and in your beard.
The worst. And then you can't get rid of it.
Mouth.
No.
Our work cat was like that. I actually kept a lint roller on my desk specifically for like after he climbed all over me, and then I would just like roll all the hair off my shirt, and then like a half hour later he'd be back.
Yeah, that doesn't work for Nimbus hairs because they stick in your shirt like cactus pins.
Is he short?
Can't even.
Is he a short hair cat?
Yeah.
Yeah, short hair is more sticky. Ours at work was a long-haired cat, but it still was just like so much hair. So much. But he went to go live with one of the guys from work because he has a daughter who's 6, and she loves that cat, and she just like kept wanting to know if she could take the cat home with her over and over and over again. And we were like, sure, take him home with you, because he doesn't have to spend 3-day weekends by himself anymore. He has a 6-year-old to love him and squeeze him and make him uncomfortable. And we're so excited about that. So he doesn't care. He likes her. He likes people. I think our customers are going to be more sad than anybody else because they're all so, like, he's been there for like 3 years. So they're just used to him. Like, somebody walks in the door, he immediately like runs up and hops up on the counter, and it's like, who's here? Is it somebody that likes me? Are they going to pet me?
We love kitties.
I love cats. I love my cat who's over here on my bookshelf looking out the window. It's dark out there. You can't see anything.
And Nimbus is sleeping on the top of the other couch. And I don't know where Indy is. She probably went to the library.
When I moved my office around last time, I ended up having to take books off of my shelves because like this one that's here is like obviously right above the shelf, and so they like to lay on that shelf, and then the one directly above it. And if you put books where they like to lay at, they will just shove them off. They don't care. They just, this is where we like to sleep at, and you can't have books here. And I'm like, but you're taking up so much real estate.
Right.
Rude. But they just like, and they'll lay like on one and one on the other. And whoever's on the top will like reach down and smack the other one and like try to fight with them and stuff. I'm just like, cats are wild, man. Oh, there you go. My cat used to screech at the front door when I would leave. The neighbors knew he was definitely there. Yeah. We have that too. My bird meows like the cat because if I close her out of the room, she meows until I open the door. And so sometimes I'll just be sitting here and I'll hear the cat meowing and I'm like, you're right there. And I realize it's the bird.
It's funny.
Which is not cool. She also likes to laugh in the middle of the night in a really deep man voice. So.
Birds are creepy.
Get a bird. It'll be fun. She will talk in a man's voice because it's a parrot, so like she can mimic voices. She says words. She has like the vocabulary of like a 2-year-old. And so she'll say things like in a really deep manly voice, and then she starts laughing, and that's how you know it's her and not like just some strange man that walked in your house at 3 a.m. And I'm just like, this bird is sadistic. Wow. But she's also 22, I think.
Wow. That's
She's very old. We've had her since I was 14, and I'll be 37 this year. So she's an old lady. She's going to outlive us.
Yeah, that's wild. I didn't know that. I didn't realize they lived that long.
Like the larger breeds of parrots, they say in the wild can live anywhere from like 60 to 90 years. So and she's still a baby.
Wow.
We are not planning on getting another work cat, but we weren't planning on getting that one. So who knows? He was a stray that one of the guys had at his house for a while until his wife decided that the cat couldn't live there anymore because he was too furry.
Mm.
So he came to live at work with us, and then now he's going to go live with a 6-year-old who's going to love him and squeeze him. Thomas says, my brother and I have dogs, dog hair all over the place. This week we needed to wear dress clothes. We went somewhere else and then changed our clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. Hi, Monica. Just got home from brunch. Hope you are all well. We're just talking about dogs, dog hair, cat hair, birds scaring us in the middle of the night, all the fun things. Ready to settle in for 24-hour sprints. We're almost at the end of, we're almost at the end of 8 hours. I can't remember how to say it correctly. This would be the end of hour 7 and the beginning of hour 8, or the end of hour 8, the beginning of hour 9. I can't math, so somebody else knows.
This will be the end of hour 8, and we will start the 9th hour.
Okay. Nicole will start the 9th hour.
Right.
Also, hello to Koda and Katie and Neva.
Awesome.
We're here. We did 2 hours of sprints in 4 hours, so obviously we're successful, and we had fun,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what else, but probably not very productive.
I got some reading done last sprint. Just a few pages. That's good.
A few pages.
That was good. I ate. That was good.
I have almost everything I need to print out for my reading journal for the Amazing Readathon. So, calling that a win. I've just got a couple more things to finagle on a page, and then I can print all that out. And I'll be winning.
For sure.
I also have to find some things on my desk, which is a whole other nickel for a whole other day, honestly. There's my Amazing Readathon sticker. My actual little baby sticker.
Exciting.
Wow. What do you mean about? What? I don't speak cat. She just like literally was just like staring out the window and just turned and looked at me and started meowing, and I'm like, I can't. I don't know.
She wants you to go look out the window.
I used to call this, this is like Timmy being down a well. My old dog used to do that. The one who was old. She would like get really excited and like want you to look at something, but like she would never actually go very far. And so you're just like, what is it, Lassie? Is Timmy down a well again? Like, what is happening? She was just like so excited, and she wanted you to know about it. But I could never, like, there was never actually a thing for her to be excited about. And it would just be like random in the middle of the day. It wasn't like, you got home from work and she was excited to see you. No, it was just like, you'd be walking across the house, going to the kitchen, and she would be like, you have to see this thing. You have to see it. And, are you okay? No, I'm not okay. Timmy's in a well. I have to go save him. That kid falls down wells a lot. We're going to need another Timmy, which is a different show, but still fun. Are you okay, buddy? What's up? If we've gotten to the time of the night where all chaos is broken loose and you're both here. Okay, yeah, everybody's here. It's great. Let's see. Just finished my audiobook. Did you like it? Let us know. My cat Julian will finally meow in his tiny cute voice. He's a big white and tan cat. And I'm supposed to follow him to the food dish so I can pet him while he eats. That sounds about right, actually.
Yep.
That full on sounds like cat behavior. Would you stop licking me?
Absolutely.
There's just a snoot at my arm. Just a snoot up between my arm and the desk. And just his tongue popping out. Gave it 4.5 stars. Excellent. Hello? Anyone home? My dog ignores me all day. My brother comes home from work and then he wants my attention. He whines to get it, and that is annoying. And he wants to be your friend, though, just only on his terms. Like this. Can I help you? Yeah, I know it's time to go into the out, but it's not time yet because we're still here.
Right.
Oh, my brother. I mean, he just wants your attention.
He's back. I don't know where Neva went. Neva! Where did you go?
She just ran away from home. She's done with it. She's like, I'm over this. I don't want any more. Can't be having this. I need to go and collect Nicole's thing. What's that thing called? Link? That's what they're called.
I didn't.
Link it up.
One of these days, Carl. Straight to the moon. Something like that. So if you are in the playlist, you should go automatically. But if you're not in the playlist, you can just clickety-click that link right there. And it'll take you on over. And you can hang out with us there and be more friends. I almost thought I hit the X out button and was like, no. Don't do it. But thankfully I did not.
I've done that. I left the studio the first time I was doing streams with Neva, and she all went big on the screen. It's like, then I came back in and ended it.
Whoops.
My bad.
We had a random Ari sighting. Just like our whole head popping in. Like, there's still people there, and then she left. I had back in the beginning when we first started using StreamYard, my power went out. So there was nothing, but I was still live on the internet because it wasn't No one had ended the stream. So I had to go in on the data on my phone, go into StreamYard, and end the stream. Otherwise, it would have just stayed on until the power came back on and I was able to turn it off.
Yeah.
So
Good times.
I mean, I feel like there should be some kind of like a, if the person who's hosting the thing leaves, maybe it should just end. I feel like that should just be a thing that it does.
I'm glad it doesn't, because when my internet cuts out.
That's true. It's probably why it doesn't. But, when your power goes out and you just have a live stream on your channel for 6 hours and it's just a blank screen. There's nothing. Nobody there.
Reading done in 6 hours with a blank screen. No distractions.
I also wish that on StreamYard, if you delete a stream that like hasn't happened yet, that it automatically deleted from YouTube, because that's happened before where I delete a stream on StreamYard and then they're like, where are you? And I'm like, what do you mean? I deleted it. I'm not here today. And they're like, no, we're waiting. And I'm like, I didn't delete it off YouTube. Love this. Love this.
Yeah.
You can, right? But you have it's a separate option. It's like delete.
I think it is now. I don't
select delete off of YouTube, I think.
Yeah, I don't think it was an option before. I think that's a new thing.
Yeah. I know that the last time it happened to me, which was maybe a couple months ago, like on StreamYard, it just says like you can delete it there. It didn't give me, like, it gives me the option to delete, like if I have something already recorded, I can delete it off both, but it didn't at the time give me the option. I didn't know, to be honest. I'd never deleted like a stream. I'd never canceled anything before. So yeah.
Actually, I think it pops up. I think there's a pop-up that says that you have to delete it through YouTube. I know it does that with things that you edit. I know it says that if you want to edit it, you have to go into YouTube and edit it. I don't know if it does that with deleting, because I don't think I've deleted one recently. But I just learned a long time ago that whenever I change something, I go to YouTube and change it instead of changing it here. Which is why mine still says productivity sprints for readers, writers, planners, and domestic deities up top, because I didn't change it here. I changed it in YouTube. So
Works.
Nicole's got these. You can click a checkbox. They heard your complaint and they fixed it.
I appreciate that, because I feel bad. Like, I really did feel bad when people were like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. Why? They're like, well, we've been waiting for you for like hours. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oops. My bad, y'all. Taking a nap.
No, I had actually made like plans. Like, I actually went out. So like I wasn't like on my computer. So like I didn't see messages for a while. So like then I felt bad because I was worrying people. So yeah.
Jeez.
I canceled a sprint and like had put it in my, like it was still up because somebody else was sprinting at that time. And so I just like put in a pinned comment of like, you can go to here to this link, and then also put it in the comment section, and then also put it in my community tab. Like, I've left the stream up so that if you have it like set as a reminder, you can just click on this link and go to whoever else is sprinting at that time for sprints. But I didn't realize that people who had it up like on their TVs, they can't see any of that. So they were like, we're just here chilling, like nothing's here. What's going on? So I was like, okay, I know that now for the future, and I will not do that again in the future. So
you tried. I wouldn't have even thought of that. I forgot that, like, depending on where you are, things look different. That's a good reminder.
Yeah, I didn't think of that either. I was just trying to like, because I canceled them like same day. So I was like trying to like give people an option, because especially when you have a consistent, like you are always streaming on a specific day and you have to cancel, and then people have to like find something else to go to, which I know is not like a hardship, but sometimes you're like, let me just make this a little easier for them and like give them a face that they've probably seen on my channel before anyway. And also, give a friend some more faces in their chats. And so I was like, I'll just do that. And then that I didn't solve all of the problems. So
you tried. It's all that matters.
That's right. left the stream and changed my thumbnail with the explanation that it's been canceled. That is smarter than me. I like that one. I will try that in the future. That's smart. See, Nicole knows all the workarounds. Rude. I want to know the workarounds. I don't know if Neva's going to come back before we run away, or if she's, she fell over, she's asleep.
No clue.
Your guess
Ari
is
came in and checked on us.
Yeah.
Head popped in. There's still people in there, and then she left. I don't know.
Maybe they're out riding bikes at almost 10 o'clock at night for us.
I'm like at 9 p.m.
I mean, listen, whatever.
It's dark outside.
See, that's when my friends and I used to play Ghosts in the Graveyard, Like, it's when the real magic happens.
It's true.
It's like blowing a dandelion.
The bird.
There's a kitty cat.
Oh my gosh, that's wild.
You can see it on screen.
Yep.
You
can.
good?
Yes, you can.
Yes. Oh, God. Oh,
It just keeps coming to. It doesn't matter how much I brush him, how much I got like one of those equi brushes. It's like for horses.
yeah.
He's just a fuzzy wuzzy.
That poor cat. Poor little baby. Oh, well.
Not poor. I'm old. Poor me.
Simone.
I'm the one who has to vacuum and eat hair.
This is true. Look, there's more kitty. Friends would like to know the kitty cat's names.
Koda, what's your
Oh.
cat's name?
That's Nimbus. Like the cloud. And that's Valkyrie.
Yes, this is Valkyrie. She's mad.
Obviously.
Nimbus is like, where'd that sound come from? I think I heard a cat.
I think I heard a kitty cat.
He's looking around. Did you hear something? Where is
Where did
it?
that sound come from? Is there another cat in our house, Dad?
What's going on? He doesn't care enough to get up and look or anything.
So pretty. All the floofs.
Oh, we love the kitties. She's so fluffy.
It is. Like, I love it, but
I love my floofy kitties. I love my floofy dog too. Don't worry. I didn't forget about you.
Andy's fluffy, but she's a short hair. She's chunky. She's the chunky kind of fluffy. She's a big. Here's my good girl.
That's fair. Well, I suppose we should run away so that people can have a little teeny tiny break before Nicole starts all of the fun at her stream. I was gonna say at her house. I mean, I guess it is at her house. So
Over at her YouTube house.
over at her YouTube house. If you've been here this whole time and you haven't subscribed to our friends yet, what's wrong with you? They're linked down below. We're going to be going to Nicole's stream. This is Nicole. Get used to her face. You'll be seeing it here in a minute. If you are in the live chat, or nope, in the playlist, you will automatically go there. If not, you can click on this comment and it'll take you there. And you can come be our friend.
We love friends.
Anybody else have anything else they would like to add?
I am going to transition into comment mode. So you will not see my face on the next screen, unfortunately, because I'm sorry, Koda. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get some sleep. I have to socialize in the morning.
Just
So,
do like all the other people on 24 Hour Sprints do and just turn your camera off and sleep.
No, I can't do that. I'd have such anxiety that like something like Val would turn on the camera or something, and then you
You're like,
I don't. It would not be graceful, that's for sure. But yes, I do. I had made plans much in advance to go have brunch. So I've already been here for almost 8 hours. So I feel like I've done all right. But I will be in the comments because I love you guys, and I
we'll
don't.
see you tomorrow for a little bit.
I don't think so.
Okay.
So I'm gonna see you on Monday, Koda.
That's right.
What are you even upset about?
Monday barbecue.
And then on June 12th, I think that's a Wednesday, I will be off, and I will also be annoying you then, and I can't even wait. So
Yay! I need to schedule my June sprints.
I know I haven't done that either yet because I'm like, how is it June next week? Like, what's even happening?
I know.
Oh, how is it June? How is it happening? But here's the better question, guys. Will we see Neva in the next sprint? That's the question.
That is a question.
So tune in to find out.
On the next episode of whatever show this is.
Yeah.
We have some see you in the comments. All of the things. Everybody's got to.
Everybody's like, oh shit, June.
June's
guys. Came out of nowhere.
It's just crazy because then Amazing Readathon starts, and I'm just like, but I'm still preparing as much as you can prepare for sightseeing and nothing else. But it's like, I don't know if I'm ready.
I want you to know that I know things and I have done zero preparation. It's like I could have prepared like for the whole thing, and I'm just like, I'll figure it out when it happens. It's fine. I've got plenty of books to choose from. I've got a library. Whatever.
The amount of random romance books I put on hold with Libby just being like, I just pray that these come off hold and I'm in the mood so I can just binge it, you know? We'll see. See what happens.
I don't even know what team I'm going to be on. So, like, that's my biggest mystery is, like, I probably will never get a genre bonus the whole time because I have no clue what team I'm going to be on. I'm just there. And it changes all the time. And I'm not going to find out until the prompt drops which team I'm on, so.
And you know what? You can do whatever you want.
May not get a genre bonus, but it's fine.
Yeah.
There
There's
are
plenty of other points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tons of other points to get in other places and other ways, so it's fine.
Getting all points.
I would say crush the competition, but I am my own competition because I'm going to be on every team, so I can't even crush the competition. So it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
You just win no matter what.
This is true. I am both.
Who wins, you can be like, I was on that team.
I was on that team. That's right.
That's the strategy I should have gone with. Well, what a bummer.
It's fine. We'll be okay. All right. All of our friends, wave bye. Say bye.